Here with junior Emmie Noyd to preview the 2018 Concordia volleyball season. I know we talked a little bit in the spring about how this team was kind of adjusting to the coaching transition. How has that relationship continued to develop between you, your teammates, and the Bolts?
It's actually been awesome. So we met them right after Christmas break when we came back. That's when both Angie and Ben came. And it started right off the bat with spring training. And so we worked our butts off like the whole spring season, like 6 a.m. sprints and stuff, but not only getting close with the coaches, but also like us girls, you could just feel a bond between just the work that we went through. So that's been awesome. And also the Bolts there obviously has been a wife, and they've just brought that family aspect to our team, and so that's pretty cool too. So
what's maybe the main thing that Coach Bolt has emphasized here as we record this? We're just about to start preseason camp.
I think our big thing, our main saying for the season is champs for champs, and that's just a culture that he wants to bring to the court or to the weight room whenever we're together, just to be our best selves for each other and for the team. So I think that's the main thing, is culture.
Well, you've been in this program a couple of years now. How is maybe your role on this team a little bit different than what it was when you think back 2 years ago when you're first coming in here?
So first coming in here, I was kind of just having hopefully a training year, but then Annie Friesen, she got hurt right off the bat. And so I was kind of just shoved in there, and I don't know, just trying to roll with the punches as I went, because I wasn't really used to college volleyball. But then I felt my role really come to place last season when they needed me, and I do best when I focus on my teammates besides myself, and that's just when the success comes in. So, and I feel I'll be more dependent on this season as well with that role. So.
Yeah, and last season you were second team all-conference, so what were some of the things you had to do to maybe prepare to play at that kind of level?
I don't know, it kind of honestly just came to me when we were really struggling. Someone just had to step up, and it just naturally came. I don't know, it's just the type of player that I am. I just step up and I come up to the plate when it's needed most. So I don't know, just kept the drive of the love for volleyball and wanting the best for my teammates and just not focusing on myself. So.
Certainly nothing comes easy in this conference, a difficult conference for volleyball.
Yeah.
How has that kind of competition maybe helped you develop?
So GPack Volleyball, GPack anything is like top of the line. When you're competing with the top teams in the GPack, you're competing national level. And so just having, like, especially the middles here in GPack, they're like ranked first or second in the nation. So competing against them really sets the bar high for me and where I want to be as well. So.
What's that environment like when you have the coaching change? I'm sure there's a little bit of maybe urgency and feeling like maybe you have to prove yourself again.
Yeah.
What's that environment like?
At first it was all nerves for me, just to try to prove, because I had success individually last season, and just having to prove over again from like a clean slate that I want to be that type of leader for him and just show the type of player that I am. So at first it was nerves, but then I just had to get over it and just focus on my team, and then it was all okay. So.
Well, you mentioned kind of the family atmosphere naturally with having a husband and wife duo and a young family. How much has the team enjoyed kind of getting to know them and now Brady and their daughter Addison?
It's like our favorite part, honestly, about the Bolts is when the kids come in. I don't know, Angie is like a mom figure to all of us, and that is it just creates an awesome atmosphere to want to be there and want to get better. So like there's a serious part of volleyball, but then also like when we're just hanging out and stuff like that, it's just like a family. So, and with the kids it's even better. Like I watched Addison this summer and stuff, so, and it just creates a closer bond with the coaches too. So.
Well, certainly Ben and Angie, they've been away from Nebraska a little bit, but they know what the volleyball landscape is like in this state. How exciting is that for you and your teammates knowing the kind of background that they have too.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy because Ben Bolt, he was one of the assistants under John Cook at Nebraska when they won the national championship in 2009. And that was actually when they won the championship, that was when I knew I wanted to play volleyball, actually, because I remember watching it at my grandma's apartment, just watching that game, and right then and there when they won, I knew I wanted to play. And so it was kind of crazy knowing, like, when I had my first meeting with the Bolts, then they were like, yeah, he was on the team when they won the 2009, and it was the picture. I was like, that is when I knew. So just having that type of connection, and then also just like the drills and the just different techniques that he really pushes in the gym is connected to John Cook and what he does. So that's awesome.
Well, you come off a season that was tough in terms of wins and losses last year, and just had the preseason poll for the conference come out today and picked 8. So maybe outside the expectations aren't necessarily high for the program, but what would you say about what people should expect to see from the team this year?
Well, with the polls and stuff like that, I try not to think about it, especially like the past seasons and how we had a tough time with wins and losses, like you said. I try to just like keep that in the back of my mind, just try not to think about it, and just, I don't know, this season just feels so good. And we haven't even started with practices yet. Just the potential that all of us have. We've had talent in the past, you know, with all of us girls, but then it connecting with the Bolts, just putting it all together, and just gonna bring success on the court. So it's gonna be fun to watch this season.
All right, ready for trivia now?
I'm gonna try my best.
Okay. This is one people have struggled with, but it's actually on some of the banners around campus. What year was Concordia founded?
1865.
1894.
Wow.
The 125th
Oh, really?
academic year. Yes. President Brian Friedrich got his undergraduate degree from one of the Concordias. Which one was it?
Was it this one?
No. I'll give you one
Okay.
more guess.
The Chicago one? I don't know.
It is actually Concordia St. Paul in Minnesota. Yeah. What is the name of Concordia's Bulldog mascot?
Is it like, I'm gonna say Buzzer, and that is not right, but
It's close. Bruiser.
Bruiser. Oh, okay.
Here's a tough one. Prior to the introduction of the Bulldog nickname, what was the nickname used for Concordia's athletic teams?
I have no idea.
The Teachers. Yeah, so
That's
it's
weird.
Concordia Teachers College. They call them the Teachers. So we're sitting in the Walls Human Performance Center. What was Orville Walls' position at Concordia?
The athletic director?
He's the president. There are a few buildings named after past presidents. Which is the oldest building on campus?
Isn't it the Founders Building?
Yes. You got
That
one.
one.
You got it. So this is the station that actually broadcasts volleyball matches now. Concordia signed a contract with this station in 2015. You know what that is?
I do not. I don't know any of these. I don't know.
The games are on there. It's 104.9 Max Country. Now here's a few about volleyball.
Okay.
Maybe these will be
Hopefully
easy.
I get something right.
So immediately prior to coming to Concordia, Ben and Angie Bolt were coaches at which NCAA Division III school?
Weren't they in Arkansas?
They were in Arkansas. You know what the name of the school was?
I should know this. I don't know.
Hendrix College. Yes.
I knew that.
So the Concordia volleyball program owns the nation's longest streak for consecutive ABCA Team Academic Awards. How many years in a row?
Isn't it 19?
19, yes. So the aunt of one of the incoming freshmen on this year's volleyball team is the program's all-time kills leader. Who is that? They
Like
do have
the
same-
girl that's coming
yeah,
in?
do have the same last name. Well, she's married now, but her maiden name is the same as one of the incoming freshmen.
Is it Arlie? I can't. It starts with a C. I don't know.
Becky Ernstmeyer.
Oh,
Yes. Just all-time kills.
didn't know that.
Well, I think you got a couple of them.
Like 2 right.